When we lived at the other house, just down the street, up half a block, there's only one neighbor next to us. Older couple. They're gone now. And this was a couple decades ago. It was a night just like this. Into summer. It was warm, so we had the windows open. And there's no homes for another mile east of us. And maybe a little bit less. I was sound asleep, and I heard this blood-curdling scream. This woman screaming, "Help me, God, help me." It was just the most terrifying scream you've ever heard. And I sat up in bed and I thought, oh my gosh, that was a weird dream. And I tried to figure out, was that a dream or did I actually hear something? I thought, no, it was a dream. Then, a few minutes later, I heard another, same voice, blood-curdling scream. God, help me. God, help me. Oh! And I thought, oh my gosh. Here I am freaked out, wondering who the heck is that? They must have been running out in the woods or something. And so I called 911 and kind of sat there, and then I heard another siren and then another siren, so I knew something had gone on. The cop called me back. He says, "Where did you hear that scream?" I says, "To the east of me." He says, "There's no way you could have heard her. She was close to a mile and a half, 2 miles away. There's no way. You sure you heard her?" I said, "Yeah, how would I? Yeah, I believe you, but that's just freaky. There's no, we don't know how you heard her. But she was being chased by her husband. He was trying to kill her, and I guess he'd stabbed her a little bit. But she was able to get away, and she was running west, facing towards our house. They think that the trees or the wind or something carried her voice. And because I heard her voice crying in the night with her screaming, "God, help me." Just a blood-curdling scream. And then I responded by calling the police. I see a deer there in the field. Can't see him. It's in the too dark. But anyway, because I called her, or I called the police. They got to her just in time. They saved her life, and she was taken to the hospital. She almost was killed. Had I'd not woken up and called 911, she would have been killed. Sometimes I think that's the way with God. He always hears and he always answers our prayers, no matter what condition we're in. We could be totally atheist, but when we call out to him, he will answer us. And he will save us. Not always from tragedy. That's because of man's free will. God cannot stop or prevent somebody from doing horrible things, crimes, rape, murder, devastation. He cannot stop it. He has to allow it. Because we're not puppets on a string saying, "Yes, Lord, we love you," because we love him because we're afraid. If we don't behave, he will kill us. Hear that? Coyote. I hate coyotes. I'll get my 357 out. That'll get them. Anyway, so when we call upon God, He hears us and He answers us, and He will rescue us.